It is our live video day. I know that you're watching this as a recording because no one's on yet when I first pop on. So, hello. Today we're going to be talking about our annual goals and how to achieve them. And I'm doing this with all my mentees personally so that we work out for them whatever it is they want to do. And then every time we have an appointment, whether it's weekly or every other week, I hold them accountable and ask them questions. And that's part of the mentoring. So you could do this for yourself, possibly. Hey, Marty, how are you? Um, so, anyway, that's it. We're going to talk about goals today. So we'll just wait till a few people pop on. Hey, Katie Green, good morning. Did you guys see me coming on live earlier or no? I don't think you did. I think that YouTube has changed some things today. It's a new format, so it's new for me and Mr. B. You did not. Okay. Hey, Lynn. Good morning. Get some water here. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hi, Homeschooling Grace Christina Ellison. Good morning. Stephanie Jackson. Hi, homesick, but now I get to join the live. Yay, you're homesick. I'm sorry. Maybe that's why you weren't feeling good the other day. Marty says no, she didn't. Okay. I don't know who you are, this last person, but you've said hello. I don't know. Late night tubing. What's your name? Anyway, today we're talking about our goals. I know that some of my mentees, if you're on here, we've already gone through goals personally, but I'm going to go over it so that people who aren't being mentored by me, people on YouTube, can still get some of the benefit of setting goals for themselves. I know when I'm personally holding you accountable, um, let's see if I set my timer. I did. Hi, Augustus, my little grandnephew. He's 4 years old. Um, I know that um, those of you that I mentor, I'm holding you accountable every week or every other week, depending on how often we mentor. And there's a lot more in depth to our goal setting. But for those of you who aren't on YouTube, you can do the best you can. I received an alert that you're live. Yay. Okay. What's your name? I don't know your name. I'd like to call you by name. I know you're one of my followers, but I don't know your name. Good morning, Amanda. Nice to have you. Um, Brooks Brewer. Hey, miss and love you. Hey, Brooks. My grandson's on here. Hi, Brooks. Good to see you. Good morning. I guess it's notifying the whole world that I'm on here. Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen. Good to have you. Thank you for giving me your name. So today we've got a good handful of people on, so let's go ahead and start talking about our annual goals. I'd like you to split your annual goals up into 5 parts. Your physical goals, your mental goals, your spiritual goals, your familial goals, your family goals, and your household goals. So we'll start with physical. So write these down so you don't forget, so you can put them in your planner or whatever, and you can every day say, am I hitting my physical goals? And your physical goals could be subdivided. You may want to lose weight. You may want to get stronger. You may want to do some cardio. Um, those are physical goals. So, and some people don't want to lose weight, they want to lose inches or they want to gain weight or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's your personal goals. So put those goals down, but be specific. Hey, Mr. B. Yeah. Am I on top chat or live chat? I'm in live chat. So for your physical goal, you have to be specific. So let's say you want to lose 5 pounds or 50 pounds or whatever it is. First of all, be realistic. It's only 12 months. And we're going to see what we can do. And you can do quite a lot in 12 months. You can change your life in 12 months. But be specific about if you want to lose weight or if you want to be able to lift a certain amount of weight or you want to fit in a certain size clothing, whatever it is, make that your goal and then make it measurable so you can check it at least once a month to say, am I meeting that goal? What am I doing? Think in your big, beautiful brain how you can make it better so you can achieve your goal. Okay, so that's physical. Mental goals. Mental goals would be educational goals. It could be mental health goals. Maybe you have anxiety. Maybe you have depression. There are some things you can do for yourself to make that better. You know, there's lots of things out there online and in YouTube that help you with those things. So you can say, okay, I want to work on that. Or maybe you have ADHD and you want to use some things that make that better. And one of the things to make it better is to use a written plan. It's very important and that we don't overcommit on those little written plans. But maybe you need medication. I mean, I'm not here to tell you you do or you don't, but if you think you do, then go see a doctor. I've had several of my clients who went on medication and it made the world of difference in their life. So that's what I suggest. So physical, mental, then we've got spiritual. Do you want to have some time every day to read your Bible, to say your prayers, to meditate? Everybody's different, but whatever it is, set that goal for yourself and when you're going to do it. For me, I like to read the Bible and say my prayers first thing in the morning because that helps me put God first in my life. So that's what happens. Hi, Jessica. What's she saying? You've been amazingly helpful, and I've always wanted to thank you. I've been following you for years. Thank you, Jessica. You're so sweet. So for our spiritual goals, have a spiritual goal and write it down. Maybe you want to attend church on Sunday and you haven't been doing that, or whatever it is, make it your personal spiritual goal and put it in there. Um, okay, then we've got familial goals, family goals. So if you have a family, and most of us have a family or are from a family, make some goals. Some people don't have anyone living with them, and maybe they live far away from their family, but their goal is to contact a family member once a month or to Zoom with their grandchildren every so often or whatever. So make your goal of what you want to do. If you're a mom and you've got kids in the house and you want to make sure that your kids are having one-on-one with you, make that a goal. I want one-on-one time with each of my children every week for 10 minutes of just the two of us or 30 minutes or whatever it is. It's not very much, it doesn't take very much. As long as they're all getting attention as a group, for that 101 to give them a little extra oomph. Um, Other familial goals would be maybe you want to go on a date with your husband every week or every other week. Good morning, Kimberly. So you're going to put that in your plan. I want to go on a date with my husband once a month or every other week or whatever. I want to speak more kindly to my spouse. Whatever it is, make that your goal so that at the end of the year you can look back and say, wow, I did it. I'm really changed myself this year. All right. So that's family goals, or maybe it could be a family vacation, whatever it is for your family. And then finally, we've got our home goals, and that would be, um, you know, keeping your house tidy and clean and organized. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I wouldn't want you to not spend time with your children because you're cleaning the cracks in the corner. That is not what I want. Thank you, Annette. Um, I would want you to pick a time of day that you're going to do your work. I think first thing in the morning is best. I'm a morning person. I think first thing is the morning is best, and then it's out of the way. So if you do 15 minutes of deep cleaning or decluttering in the morning, and you do your other basic weekly thing, like on Mondays, we do our weekly home blessing hour, which takes 1 hour. On Tuesday, we have a free day. We don't have to do any cleaning that day. On Wednesday, we do planning and desk day. That takes some time to plan out your next week, to look at your finances if you're doing them, even your personal finances, to look at the food in the refrigerator and straighten the fridge and wipe it out a little bit, to make your grocery list, to look at action items. You need to call the doctor, or you need to make an appointment, or you need to call the team mom, or whatever it is. Those things happen on that day. And then on Thursday, that's your errand day where you run all your errands. You don't do anything cleaning. You just run errands. I mean, not true. You do 15 minutes in your zone of cleaning, but you don't do anything else that day except run errands. And so you make it a point to do them all on one day. You start at home, you figure out a cycle or a circuit so that you're not zigzagging around, and you think of everything so you don't have to run back out. Now, Can we think of everything, everything? No. You forgot something at the grocery store. Maybe you can ask your husband to pick it up on the way home, or the next time you're running to take the kids to school, or whatever it is, you can drop by the store and pick up that head of lettuce you forgot, or whatever. And sometimes, unfortunately, you just have to go back. But if you have your list and you have your plan for the week, you know what your meals are, your snacks, your breakfasts, your lunches, pretty much. I mean, for my breakfasts and lunches, those are general. I eat from within a certain group of things. Like there's always eggs, cottage cheese, yogurt, bagels or toast or whatever, fruit, coffee. I know I've got those things, so I can make breakfast oatmeal. For lunch, it's usually leftovers or a sandwich or a salad. For dinner, it's always a meat, a protein, and a carb. For snacks, I like Dove chocolate. It's really good for you, the dark chocolate. One after dinner. That's nice. But there are other snacks. You might want a cheese and apple or whatever. So you make sure you have the things you need, but not piles of processed snacks in the house that are just sitting there not going bad because they're super processed, which is saying something, right? So really make sure you have what you need so you're not zigzagging. Make sure you get gas in the car. Maybe you're going to get the car washed today. Do you need to drop some books off at the library or pick something up? Do you need to go buy the dry cleaners or go to um, pick up a gift from somebody, or you need to turn back an Amazon, you need to turn in an Amazon product that you're returning, at Kohl's or wherever. So I'm sorry, I've got to hear it and it's tickling me. So that's your errand day. And then Friday is car and purse. And it's just making sure you don't have any junk in the car that doesn't belong in there. It's not cleaning the car. It's getting things out of the car, shaking the mats, and ta-da, looks better. And then if you get it cleaned every now and then, it looks super good. And you feel better about yourself. And then your purse, empty it out. Empty it out on the bed on a towel, or if you're working, just sit in your on your break at lunch and go through it and put things on your desk and throw things in the garbage and put everything back nicely. That's enough. If you're at home, you can wipe your purse off. You can change purses, but this is not a big deal. This is a super easy day, Friday. Okay. So those are the things that would be home goals. And I call that the three-layer cake. The rituals, which mean you get up and you do your morning routine, you do your after dinner routine, your before bed routines, your three little tidy ups, your clutter stops, your laundry. Those are all rituals or routines. I call them rituals because I think they're so important for your own self-care, because if you don't do it, you're stressed about it. No one else really gets stressed about it too much, depending on your family structure, but most of them don't really think about it, whether or not the laundry's in the basket getting ready to be folded and hasn't been folded in 2 days. But if you can keep on top of it, you'll feel better. One thing to remember is that you will never get it all done. Okay. That there's always going to be something else. For those of you who just go for 6 hours and 6 hours and 6 hours, and then you burn out and you can't do anything for a while and everything falls back in, that's not teaching you anything. It's not helping you learn to maintain. And it's really unrealistic because there's always something to do. But my whole point of telling you all this was that children, there's time for your family. There's time when you do it this way. If you work, let's say it's errand day and it's going to take you 3 hours to run your errand because you have a plan. You're going to go in the grocery store, you're not going to goof off, you're going to get that stuff done, maybe Costco. It's not Christmas anymore, so the parking lot shouldn't be that bad. Um, and you need to get gas in the car and get the car washed and then come home. That might take you 2 or 3 hours. And in the morning, you did 15 minutes in your zone. And we always do our rituals. Our morning rituals about a half hour. Um, After you eat, you clean up after lunch. After dinner, we do about a 15-minute after dinner routine where we clean up after dinner with the help of whoever ate with you. And then we do our before bed rituals. So there's plenty of time in the day to have time for your family and to have time for yourself. Now, I know some of you are homeschooling, and I know that requires you to be really like an at-home working mom because you are not able to do anything but teach kids for a little bit. The glory and the beauty of homeschooling is it doesn't take all day. It doesn't, because you are actually tutoring one-on-one. You're not having to account for 30 students. Some are slow, some are fast, some are bad, some are good. You know, You just have one student or two students or three students of different ages or five students. Some of you have a lot of students. But the thing is, as they get older, they get more and more independent. When they're littler, they have less work to do. And it's more about reading. And so it doesn't take all day. So you can still have fun. And you can have fun. Of course, they should have fun at school. They should have fun homeschooling. Okay. All right. So that's it. I'm opening up for questions, but I want you to have goals so that you have things that you want to hit. Somebody said they like Dove chocolates. I love the little Dove dark chocolate squares. They're just enough to satisfy my sweet tooth. Yes, Lynn. And they're supposedly good for, they're an antioxidant. And they're good for your heart. There's all kind of things and they satisfy you. So after a meal, I want something sweet, especially after dinner. I want something sweet. And I don't want to eat anything sweet really after dinner because I don't think that's healthy for me. So I want to eat just a little and I can have a little slow, just let it melt in your mouth, Dove, and it satisfies me. Okay, let's see what else is happening here. Annette loves my haircut. Thanks, Annette. Um, Mr. B says, join my Patreon channel for $6.50. That is for you to get 5 videos a week that go over the basically we go over the 3-layer cake, which is rituals, zone, basic weekly plan. Every day, what do you have to do that day? So you can, and they go out real early, don't they, Mr. B? I think the latest they're out is on the East Coast, which is like 6:30. Is that right? 6 on the East Coast. So as you get further west, it's going to be earlier and earlier. So it's available for you early in the morning. So while you're doing your morning ritual, you can put your earplug in and listen to, you don't have to see me. I'm just a talking head, right? This is what I look like every time. You don't need to see me, but you can listen and it'll give you a little kickstart to your day. Even if you're a payroll homemaker, if you're a payroll homemaker, your things are going to mostly happen on the weekend, but I will attend to those throughout the week, reminding you that you could run errands on Monday on your way home from work, pick up your groceries or whatever, or you can split it out. That you do your weekly home blessing hour and you do your zone work on Saturday all at one time and get it done. You do your planning on Sunday afternoon. And so even though you're not doing those, you'll hear the rituals because we talk about rituals. You got to do your rituals every day. So when you're doing your rituals, even if I'm not giving you a list of what the rituals are that day, because they're always the same, and sometimes I don't want to keep repeating myself, you know you have to brush your teeth, wash your face, moisturize your skin, put on any makeup that you're going to wear, fix your hair, wipe out the sink, swish the toilets, put on your clothes, put your pajamas away, make your bed, empty the dishwasher, and start a load of laundry. You know that's what you have to do. Jessica has 3 kiddos, and her biggest struggle is staying on the top of laundry. Do you have a positive mantra for making laundry less miserable? It's not necessarily a mantra that you would repeat, but it's a truth. I can share a truth with you, and that is, I have several truths about laundry. Love laundry. Here's what we're going to talk about. Number one, there's only so much laundry that's created. If you have lots of kiddos, anybody who's 9 years old or older in general has the physical strength, the manual dexterity, and the mental capacity to wash their own clothes. And the reason I started having my children wash their clothes at 9 years old is because I was finding folded, clean clothes, now all dirty, in the laundry. And it was very frustrating. So, number one, 9-year-olds need to learn how to do their own laundry, and you assign them a time. Now, you are still in charge of time to put it in, time to take it out, time to take it out and fold it, time to put it away, and inspecting what you expect. But you are teaching them. And before you know it, you won't have to check every single thing. So when you put in the laundry and you wash it, it can't sit in the washing machine if it's for a child. And it's a good idea for you if you're home. If you're not home, you might have a timed laundry. I don't know. I really think a person should be home when their washer and dryer are running for safety reasons. In fact, I know for the dryer, it's very unsafe to leave your dryer running because your house can burn down and you won't be able to smell the first whiffs and know something's happening. So, and it's also a great idea to get your laundry chute, the part where the air comes out, cleaned every now and then, and make sure your lint filter is always clean. But there's lint, if you take out a lint filter and you look down in there, there's lint inside of the dryer, and that can catch on fire. I'm not trying to give you fear. I'm trying to tell you to be smart. Don't leave your dryer running when you're not home. And because my son what was he? Larry, are you listening to me? What was Jamie? A battalion chief. Never mind. He was a battalion chief at a fire department, so he would tell you the same thing. So you want to wash and dry and fold, and you want to fold right away when the laundry is still warm and sweet and not wrinkled and cold, because it's unpleasant to fold wrinkled, cold clothes. Number one. Number two, they don't look good. So if you know your dryer's about to go off, you hear the bzzz, go out there and get it and shake them out and lay them flat somewhere and then hang them up or fold them. And it makes it easier for a scattered mind like mine and like most of my clients. We're sidetracked, we have scattered minds, is to organize them into groups. So we want to do darks, lights, towels, sheets. Those are very basic. Um, if you have a baby or little children under 9, then you can do children's clothes together if you want to. It depends on how many kids you have. If you just have one child, then you can wash theirs with yours, unless they're a baby and you need to use ivory or whatever. They have sensitive skin. So you want to do that laundry. Little laundry is the hardest. I will say that. Little tiny pieces of clothing, little socks, little t-shirts. Those are the hardest because there's so many and they're all over the place. But when you're taking them out, if you just throw all the t-shirts in one stack and throw all the little socks in one stack and get them in stacks, that helps our scattered minds. People who have ADHD, it helps them with organization, having them put together in groups. Then it's much easier to fold the little undershirts and get them all done, and fold the little gowns and get them all done, and make the little socks and get them all done. And now you can go put them away. For bigger people like me, it's much easier because your pieces are bigger. But I would still lay them out flat somewhere on the top of the dryer or whatever, and have hangers ready and hang them up. When I had a washer and dryer in the hallway with just a little bifold closet. It was a laundry closet. I still had my hangers hanging above the washer and dryer. And when I would take it out of the dryer and hang it right up. And then I would hang it over what do you call that stuff? The wooden trim around the bifold doors or above the bedroom doors. I would hang them there, so I'd have little forests of clothes hanging up. But then it was easy when it was done. I just take them and hang them up, and the things that needed to be folded would be sitting on top of the dryer. So even if you don't have like a big folding table, you can make it work. And then I would have a day for when I'm going to do whatever it is. So if you leave your clothes in the dryer and you forget, or you're not home, you had to run out and leave them, you didn't have time, and this happens to all of us, my suggestion is that you warm them up. And if they're wrinkled, you can put an ice cube in there or two. You can put a damp washcloth, squeeze it out good to get a little moisture in there. If you don't have a dryer that has that that ability, and some of them do. Some of the fancy ones have a little mister thingy. But if you don't, or you can just fluff them with heat and see if they look better. Shake them out and then hang them up or fold them and put them away. And another thing I truly believe is that you hang up most of your clothes. It makes it much easier to see them instead of being stacked in drawers. You can see what you have. They look nicer. Get decent hangers so that you're not having like points on the end of your clothing. I just use the little velveteen covered hangers, and it keeps them from falling off, and I don't get points in my clothing. So Mr. B likes the big fat plastic ones, but they take up so much room. I don't like that, but he likes that. So he has his, and I have mine. So that's my answer to laundry. I know this was a big, huge answer, but if it's one of your things, then that's what you want to know. Let's see. So it's Jessica has 3 kids. Stephanie says, I get the laundry washed, not necessarily get it folded and put it away the same day. Yeah, it's your goal. You can make that an annual goal to wash, dry, fold, and put away clothes the same day. Then you don't have that backup. I personally, I think Mount Washmore is what it's called when you have a big, huge mountain of clothes. Mount Foldmore is when you have a big, huge mountain of clothes. My personal one that I don't like the most is Mount Foldmore. Because Mount Washmore, you can just take some and put it in the washing machine and eat it away. Mount Fulmore, you just can't put them in the washing machine. You have to fold them and put them away, or hang them up and put them away, or make the socks and put them away. And it seems like there will be people diving through all those clothes looking for their things, and it gets worse and worse. And then things get on the floor, they get stepped on, the dog sleeps on it, the cat gets on it. It's just not good. Okay. I say Mount Fulmore all the time, Jessica said. Our time is up. That was quick. Let's see. Here's some more things I've got here. Let me finish these last ones and then I got to go. I'm going to go live on my Patreon channel next. And so if you're a patron, come on over there. Or you can join. Yeah, for 650 you can join and you get to see my 5 videos a week, every week after week, vacation days, holidays, birthdays, doesn't matter. You're going to get 5 a week. And you can watch the live and you can go back. Yes, you can go back into the library and look at all the different videos. If you want to see, you can go do boot camp again, for example, if you missed that, which is awesome for someone really doesn't know how to do the system or they need a restart, especially now the beginning of the years. Um, Jessica says she's home. She often does it when they are at school, but it feels endless. And you're right. I haven't asked my 11-year-old to assist. He's my oldest. So you can say something like this, Jessica. Oh, honey, I can't believe I forgot to do this. You're not even 9 years, you're 11 years. I wouldn't mention 9. You're 11 years old. It's time for you to learn how to do laundry, and it's so fun. So first, what we want to do is get you a detergent that you like, that's good for your skin, that smells the way you want it to smell, whatever. And so they put their name on the bottle. You show them how to use it and teach them. And it's a mechanical thing. They ought to like it. Okay, great. Um, Started my washer before bed and had a hose blow and running all night and flooded our house. That's my sister Marty. That's a good example, Marty. Decluttering clothes we no longer wore, and that fit helped me. It made laundry less overwhelming, and we have more room in our closets and drawers. Absolutely. Jessica says, thank you. She says Mount Fillmore all the time. And Kathleen says, thank you. I think it was Kathleen says that's late night tubing. Thank you so much, Kat. This was so helpful. Good. I hope you have a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you in just a few minutes over on my Patreon channel. And if you need to be mentored, that's where you get mentored as well. So you can reach out to me on the Patreon channel with a personal message and say, hey, I'd like to join one of your tiers and be mentored by you. And I'll be happy to help. Bye.